And joining me from London is my colleague Ollie Barrett. Ollie, Rishi Sunak insists that the outcome of this election is not a foregone conclusion. Is there merit in his argument?
Not if you listen to his cabinet colleague Mel Stride, who's been out on the broadcasters here in the UK this Wednesday, saying that he believes that it is now a foregone conclusion, according to all of the polls, suggesting a large majority for the Labour Party. Indeed, Mel Stride, the cabinet minister, has been suggesting that he now believes that the Labour Party could be set for one of the biggest majorities in the House of Commons ever. So we've had those competing narratives in recent days where a number of senior Conservatives have suggested that they believe that this fight is effectively over, but then the Prime Minister's been insisting at the same time that he is still in the race and will fight until the final moments. Now, part of that contradiction is because one of the things that Conservatives are trying to do with these warnings about a Labour majority is encourage their Conservative voters or people who might be worried about a Labour Party having a large majority to get out and vote on Thursday. They're trying to make sure that as many people, perhaps on the right of the political spectrum, do get out on Thursday and cast their ballots. So we have to see all of that through that particular prism. But as you say, Rishi Sunak insisting he will fight right till the end, while all of the polls are suggesting a Labour win, and a pretty big one.
And talking about polls, Ollie, opinion polls give Labour a double-digit lead since before the campaign began. But what should the world expect from a Keir Starmer government in terms of foreign, security and economic policies?
In many ways, there will be continuity if there is a Keir Starmer-led Labour government. For example, the Labour Party is saying that they would try and tweak arrangements with the European Union when it comes to trading agreements, but not taking the UK back into the single market or the customs union or indeed to the European Union itself. Labour is saying that it would have an audit of relations with China, looking at all parts of the relationship, but not necessarily at this point suggesting a major shift in the position that's been used by the Conservative government. That so-called tilt towards the Indo-Pacific that the Conservative government has been aiming for in recent years, we expect that that will, for the most part, continue. And when it comes to relations with India, the Labour Party has been suggesting that it believes that it can improve relations with Delhi very quickly after taking power. And one of the key elements to that will, of course, be trade talks, which were put on hold between the two countries after many rounds of negotiations on a potential trade deal before both countries held their elections. Well, if and when Labour is heading up a government here in the UK, we can expect negotiations with India on a trade deal to get up and running again fairly quickly if Labour get their way.
Ollie, thank you. Appreciate it. Ollie Barrett reporting there from London.